Hi, this is Cheyenne Valentine, here today again with a new episode. Okay, in today's episode, I want to talk about the bitter black woman. I'm going to say this again, the bitter black woman. I want to talk about this topic because I had another video called Black Men and All These Kids. And see, I've been conflicted with myself on if I still want to do videos with the title Black Man or Black Woman, because already in a YouTube world and in the world period, blacks throw each other under the bus. Black men throw black women under the bus, and black women throw black men under the bus. As a whole, our community, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, is in the shitter. We need help, and we have problems. We have problems in house, and the problem I have is that we make it outhouse. And so for example, if I do a video saying black men ain't shit and I name all the reasons, a racist person of another race can come onto that video, laugh and giggle, and use that as a reason to justify their racism towards blacks. If I make a video saying black women ain't shit and here's why, a racist person of another race can come on that video and say, see what she said, those are the reasons why I can't stand black women, or why I'm gonna be racist towards black women. When ultimately, when you're dealing with a racist person, it doesn't matter how much proof you show them of incredible black people, or you try to explain why certain blacks act a certain way and break down the poverty and living in the projects. You can break it all down. They don't care because they're racist. So I'm gonna tell you something. No matter what viewpoint you have, it doesn't matter if you believe that the sky is blue. Excuse me, the sky is purple, let's just say. You will have something to verify that, to validate that. So, for example, if there's a black man who hates black women, he can go on YouTube and find a bunch of videos bashing black women. He can find a bunch of videos showing black women acting a fool in public, because he's looking for that to validate him. If a black woman hates a black man, she can go on YouTube and find videos where they're talking shit about black men. She can find incidents in her life where a black man treated her like shit, or where he misbehaved. When a person has a viewpoint, they look for things to validate it. Okay? So I don't like when we do this outhouse type thing, and I'm participating in it, and it's just because blacks seem to respond to things this way. I mean, I would rather talk about this in-house and not have titles with black men and black women in the title. But you know what? I don't care anymore, because other blacks don't care about exposing our fucked up, our fucked up community. They don't care. So if this is the way I can get people's attention, then fine. And when I say people's attention, other black people's attention. And now, let me get to the bitter black woman. I do not think that all black women are bitter. I'm a black woman. Okay. And if you're clicking on this video to listen to someone bash black women, that's you can just click off of it, because that's not what I'm here for. I have addressed some of the black men, some of the black men that are having all these fucking kids. So I'm going to address the black women. First of all, I want to say to black women, you need to take accountability for your actions. So what I want to say is that if you had multiple kids by multiple men and those men weren't shit, you need to take accountability for why you chose those men. Now let me say this. I grew up in a hood, and I have asked black men who tell black women to choose better, where are these better men at? Because living in the hood, I was exposed to very grimy, disrespectful, disgusting dudes. But there was some good guys scattered in there. Don't get me wrong. There was still some good ones scattered in there. So I asked myself, would there be enough good black men to go around for the black women? I don't know. Okay? Because I kind of think they cancel each other out, for the simple fact that I don't think it's as many good black women out here as they claim. Well, let me take that back. I feel like with a lot of black women, or women in general, they always say, I'm all that, I'm a woman of quality, and I'm the shit. But then when you and then you ask them why, and their reasons could be, I have a good career, stuff like that'd be the main thing they name. But then when you ask a guy, what did he look for in a woman, and what's a quality woman, and what would he put on a pedestal, and what kind of woman would he marry, everything he named was the opposite of what she named. So I think as women, we need to understand that when you want somebody, a certain kind of guy, you have to find out what that kind of guy enjoys and what he likes, and be that, or find a different type of guy. So if you want a so-called rich guy, then find out what rich men like and be that. and target them and be that. Don't get upset that they say, well, I want this or that. Like, don't get upset if they say, okay, I want a woman who's skinny, but you got some weight on you. Okay, you can find a guy who wants a woman with weight on her. Okay, but I'm just saying, if most of the men that you want a woman who's smaller, then just get smaller, or change the kind of man you want so you can stay the size that you are. Like, it's black and white to me. So a lot of times as women, we put ourselves on we become kind of arrogant. We feel like we're the shit, and then we say, well, I'm a quality woman, I got it going on. And then when you ask the man what did he look for in a woman, what qualifications he looks for in a woman, then it would be the opposite of what you are. So it's not about, put it like this, women, you can't say you all that if the man you want doesn't think you're all that. That's just how I feel. You're supposed to have confidence, but you got to put your pride aside, okay, and say, okay, I want this kind of guy. Am I bringing the qualities that he looks for? Not the qualities that I think makes me a great woman. What are the qualities that he thinks makes a great woman? Because I want him to marry me. I don't want to marry myself. I want him to marry me, so I need to be a catch to him. So what did he consider a catch in a woman? Is it beauty? Is it personality? Is it finance? What is it? And I need to find out what that is and be that. Or if I can't be that for him, then find a man that likes what I have. So if I have a good career but I ain't the prettiest thing, then find a man who wants a woman who to pay most of the bills, or he just cares about her career and that gets him off or whatever. I don't know, but you got to be realistic. So anyway, the bitter black woman. So I want to, it's a lady downstairs from me. I don't know if this is a Section 8 apartment, but she has 3 kids, and she's a black woman, and her kids are maybe between the ages of 11, 12, and maybe 15. She has 2 sons and a daughter. Well, my boyfriend, who's black, walked past her, and he's friendly, and he was like, hello. And they were walking past each other where he said, he couldn't avoid her. And he said, first of all, she was kind of walking like she had a chip on her shoulder, sometimes when we kind of walk with our head up and kind of arrogant. And she said, he said hello and looked at her, and she said hello, and then like turned her head back around. And he said he could feel the hatred coming from her. He could feel the dislike of men, oozing from her. So basically, he could tell from how she reacted that she couldn't stand men, and probably particularly black men. And I remember being on the balcony and hearing her talk to a lady, and it sounds like because she's driving a nice car, but the lady was telling her that God was going to pull her through this. And I think she's having problems with one of the baby daddies, or I don't know if it's the same father for all 3 kids. I don't know. But allegedly, he's not chipping in. I don't know if she has him on child support. I didn't hear all that. But the lady was telling her God's going to see you through and stuff like that. I'm all for going to church and praying, but this is what I want to say to ladies, okay? Take accountability for your actions in it. I have a whole nother video, if you want to go to that, about black men and all these damn kids. So please don't comment on this video saying, well, black men do this, black men are dysfunctional. Okay, black women are dysfunctional too. Now, a lot of black women feel like black men make them dysfunctional. Okay, so you're saying you're responding based upon his bad behavior. I can understand that, but at the same time, when do you take accountability for your part in it? I'm gonna give you an example. So I have a friend I went to school with, and she has 2 kids, and she's in the military, and the men that she have the kids with are in the military. And one of her kids, okay, so she has 2 kids by 2 different men. One of them, the guy, they were dating, whatever, didn't work out. She has him on child support. Then the second guy she dated, he was a married man. He had been married for like 10 years, and he told her that he slept with like 50 women. So if a guy tell you he slept with 50 women, double that or triple that. And she knew that. She's like, wow, well, you must have been cheating the whole time on your wife, because he got married young. He got married like 18 or something. And so, so anywho, she found out that he was cheating on her. Now, I know you're like, he's married. So he's cheating on his wife with her, and she found out that he was cheating with a lady that was his subordinate. And he was already under investigation for cheating, messing around with this woman, because he wasn't supposed to be messing around with his subordinate. So she had, her intuition told her that he was cheating with this woman. So she wrote a letter to his boss saying that those 2 were messing around. And he didn't know about it. So when him and her got back together or whatever, they had broke up for a little bit. She told him that she wrote the letter. Now, they had their little ups and downs, and they was going to get back together and patch things up. But after he found out what she did, basically, he gets no respect anymore. you know, because, you know, military is all about rank. He gets no respect anymore. And she wrote the letter not to hurt him, but to hurt the woman he was cheating on her with, even though he's cheating on his wife with her. So she just wanted him to mess around with her. It was okay for him to cheat on his wife with her, but it's not okay for him to have another woman too. And women do this shit, or think in this delusional way. Let me tell you something, ladies. If a man is cheating on his wife with you, that means that he's open to cheating on his wife. So you're not the only one. You're not special. It just wasn't something about you. If he can bring himself to cheat on his wife with you, he can bring himself to cheat on his wife with multiple other women. You're not special. Just remember that. Anywho, so because a lot of women want a man to only cheat on his wife with them, and then try to steal them and shit. Get the fuck out of here. That really works. Anywho, so he hates her guts now. Instead of the letter ruining the other woman, it ruined him. He gets no respect. He just feels like, you know, he feels like she ruined his life, but he ruined his own fucking life because he shouldn't have been cheating on his wife. Okay. Anyway, he wouldn't have been going through this. So she got pregnant. Literally, she came back to her hometown, and you know, her mom said, just come back. I have an apartment for you, because her mother owns a building, apartment building. And so when I seen her, she was pregnant. So this man wanted nothing to do with her even before the baby came out her vagina. Like, he literally was like, I'm done. And so he even said the baby wasn't his, which was a complete slap in her face. He sided with his wife, of course. His wife was calling her a whore. Once the baby was going to be born, she already knew that, you know, she was going to be seen as the whore, and that the wife was going to hate her freaking guts. And, you know, rightly so, but she should hate her husband's guts for putting her in that situation, though. It's his fault. And so so now she's going to have him on child support. And now she's really into religion. And, you know, whatever gets you to turn, I'm not into religion, I'm into spirituality. But I mean, I really don't like religion, but if religion is helping her get through this, fine. But I kind of feel like she wouldn't have turned to religion if it really wasn't for that. Now, she had some other issues going on in her life with her father that I think led her to make bad decisions in men. And I think a lot of black women, not all of us, but some of us have had bad situations with our father, and then that can lead some of us to make bad choices in men. But just know, black women, there are good men out here. But let me tell you something. You're not going to be able to get one of those good men if you're bitter. So this brings me to my point. My friend I just named, she's not bitter, but she's not taking accountability. When she was telling us the story, you know, she was just telling us a matter of factly, but I don't know. I think she feels ashamed of having 2 kids by 2 different men. I think that she thought this man was going to be happy that she was pregnant. She even went to a psychic, you know, about him. And I think she really liked him and wanted to be with him. But this is the problem with women. We make bad decisions, and then when it blows up in our face, we want to get upset at the dude. Okay, he's a sleazeball. Point blank. But you like, how was I supposed to know that? I'm gonna tell you how you can know he's a sleazeball. If he's married and he's fucking you, he's a sleazeball. That's how you fucking know. Like, don't say that, I can't believe I got pregnant by this married man, he doesn't want the baby or me. What the hell are you talking about? You know he's a sleazeball, because if he wasn't, he would not be actively cheating on his wife with you. But you was okay with that, because I'm gonna tell you something about how some women think. Women don't like being cheated on, okay, just like men don't. But if a woman is a side piece, it's like the guy confides in her and talks to her about the other women he's fucking and everything, and she feels it's sick, but she almost feels secure in the situation, because she feels like, well, he tells me everything, but he's not telling his wife anything. So she feels like, okay, I know a lot about him, I'm his friend now, and at least I know who's he's fucking. So I know who he's fucking because I'm one of the people he's fucking around on his wife with. So, you know, I can eventually move up in ranks. I'm gonna tell you how you're not gonna move up in ranks, because he respects his wife. He doesn't respect you. I can prove that to you, because he's not confiding in her about those things. Because why would he tell his wife, I'm fucking other women? Then she will leave him. So yeah, of course he's gonna tell you he's fucking other women, or tell you about his sexcapades, because he don't respect you. You're not his wife. He you know, you're someone to get his rocks off. And I'm not saying he doesn't like you as a person, and maybe if he wasn't married, he would have made you his wife. I don't fucking know, but that's not the situation. The situation is, he was married when you got with him, and you should have moved on. And so you had a baby by a married man. If you have a baby by a married man, be prepared to raise the baby by yourself. I'm gonna say it again. So you knew. So don't say that, I can't believe he walked out and did not want anything to do with this baby. you were sleeping with this woman's husband. And now you expect him to leave his wife for you and break up his family? You're not his family. You're somebody he was fucking. Okay? And then you want to say you can't believe it. How you can't believe it? He was cheating on his wife with you. He's sleazy. That lets you know he's sleazy. A sleazy person can do anything. A sleazy person, they can't be. You can't put anything past them. Put it like that. So you shouldn't be shocked by his actions. So women, black women, and this is a black women who have made these bad decisions, take accountability. Okay, take accountability for your actions. And why I'm targeting black women, because I'm black and I see a lot of black women come off bitter, and a lot of them do have kids out of wedlock. Now, let me tell you something. If you have kids out of wedlock and you're proud of it, please click off this video, because I'm not trying to offend you. All I'm trying to say is a lot of black women have kids out of wedlock, like this woman downstairs, and then get upset when they have to raise them by themselves. I want to let you know something. We all know that men only care about sex. They're sex fiends. They're sex addicts. They will have sex with you even if they don't want you. So it will behoove you to wait till you get married and wait at least 2 years into the marriage before you consider having a child by him, and discuss it with him. Make sure your finances are together, because if you do not do that, and that could still go bad for you. I'm not saying if you get married and wait and shit, it will be hunky dory, because you can get a divorce. Okay, shit can go bad, but I'm just saying put precautions into place so you won't be in a situation. Too many black women think it's okay to have kids out of wedlock and then get upset when a dude did not want them. Well, you were just a fuck friend, or you were just a girlfriend. He wasn't planning on settling down, having a family with you. Okay, and so won't you just wait till you fucking get married? No one can. Let me tell you something. You can't blame that on men. Now, a lot of black men don't want to be married. I did a video about black men in marriage. Go check that out. However, you can still wait around for the black man who does want to be married. You can still wait around for him. You can still wait around for him. It's still no excuse. You can wait. And then also date men who want to be married. If you go on a date with a guy and you get to know him and he said he doesn't want to see himself get married in the future, dump him. Move. Okay, so take accountability. Now black women, I feel a lot of them are bitter. Some of them are bitter, especially the ones who were left with a child, left with multiple kids, especially with no man. It's like, okay, after the first one, let's just say the guy did trick you the first time, act like he was a good upstanding guy and all that. You got tricked. How did this happen 2 or 3, 4 or 5 more times? How the fuck did this happen? I don't want to hear the shit. I'm tired of your excuses, women. Another lady that was down here before her, this lady was on Section 8. She had like 4 or 5 kids. She worked at the gas station. I think she was having sex for money. She was selling weed out the house. The police got caught over here 2 or 3 times, found weed, and she got kicked out. And this white guy came around here. I think she was biracial though, but this white guy came around here looking for her. And he was like, I'm looking for this black girl. She got a bunch of kids. She stayed over here, and my boyfriend knew, who it was or whatever. And he was like, she doesn't stay over here anymore. So it was like a revolving door down there. I heard her outside saying, I'm tired of not having shit, on the phone with somebody. How are you apparently you like not having shit, because if you wanted to have shit, then you wouldn't be sitting up here having all these kids. Kids are expensive, ladies. Okay, now if you don't want to have to be the one, for example, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, then you need to find a guy who's financially stable, who's rich, who can pay all the bills. You're picking bomb and losers and poor men that's poor like you, and then what are you expecting? You're gonna have, like, if you pick a poor guy to have a kid, well, y'all both gonna have to work. You're not gonna be able to be a stay-at-home mom, okay? And also, a lot of women, a lot of times we just want a husband, we want the father, and we'll even be willing to work with, while he's working. But a lot of women are not even getting that. They're getting men that just straight walking out while they're pregnant, and I feel bad for them. But take accountability, women. Why are you fucking without a condom? Why are you fucking without a condom? Don't ever fuck without a condom. Why are you not on birth control? Like, I'm gonna be honest. I've never been on birth control, and I've never been pregnant. You want to know why? Because I always use condoms. I don't even know what it feels like to not use a condom. Okay, so I see this with a lot of black women. I see this with some black women. I don't want to say a lot. Some black women who have made bad decisions. I see this behavior where they don't want to take accountability. They act as if the guy raped them. Now, if you were raped, I'm sorry. That's something different, and I'm not talking to you. And whoever did that needs to be in jail, and he's a piece of shit. I'm not talking to you, the women who have been raped and they had a child through rape. I'm talking about the women who willingly laid down. I know a lady who was fuck friends with a guy in college. She was fuck friends with him in college, and she told him, I'm not on birth control, and we're not using condoms, so if I get pregnant, I'm gonna keep it. She got pregnant, she kept it, but yeah, he would come over to her house when the baby was asleep to get sex from her. He would ask her for money. He would then take the money and give it to his girlfriend. Yes, he had a girlfriend. He would give it to his girlfriend because she dropped out of school after she got pregnant, and he did too, because I don't think he wanted to go anyway. He would give the money to his girlfriend. He would have the fuck friend, the one who had his baby, come over to his house, fuck him. His girlfriend actually caught her over there. He also would go to the doctor's appointments with his girlfriend and be a stand-up father with her baby. He didn't even want to see him. As a matter of fact, I think he denied it was his. Okay, ladies, if you wanna not go through this, make sure you use a condom with every man you have sex with. I know it feels better without the condom, but what's more important? A little extra pleasure, or basically you having to raise a child by yourself, a man denying your child, saying that you was a hoe, that he never wanted you, not wanting to see your kid growing up having resentment towards you and towards men and towards their father. Which one's more important? The extra feeling of not having a condom or going through all that fuck shit? Take accountability. And like I said, also to some of the black women who are bitter about the decisions that they made. Okay, when my boyfriend said hi to her and she acted like that, he said she almost came off as if she had just had an argument with like a baby daddy or something, and she almost was like, the next man that speaks to me, I swear to God. It's like, okay, I'm pretty sure this woman has 3 kids. She has to work and she's struggling. I'm pretty sure she would love for a handsome, smart, rich, incredible man to walk in her life and be a father figure to her kids and pay all her bills and just sweep off her feet. I know that's what she wants. But see, guess what? She's not going to ever get it. You want to know why? Because now she hates all men. And women, we have to stop from doing that. Yes, you have met some terrible men. Yes, you have let men misuse you. It's another thing. Women always say these men ain't shit, and a lot of them aren't shit. But at the same time, what does that make you to let ain't shit motherfucker mistreat you? Doesn't that mean that something's wrong with you? I'm gonna take myself for example. I let a lot of shit slide. I have shacked up with a guy for a long time and didn't get nothing out of it. And I had to ask myself, why did I shack up with a man, give him everything that a wife would without me requiring a ring? My self-esteem was low. It's simple as that. It doesn't matter what you look like. People think if you look a certain way, if you're attractive, that you don't have low self-esteem. That has nothing to do with it. Trust me. If you don't feel like you're worthy of love and respect internally, it doesn't matter what you look like on the external. It doesn't fucking matter how pretty you are if you feel like shit and ugly inside. So I had to ask myself, why did I let that happen? Because I didn't feel I deserved more. Because I just didn't want to be alone, because I didn't feel I could do any better. I had to accept that that's how I felt about the situation, and that was a hard fucking pill to swallow, but I took accountability. And I couldn't say I let him wait. I used to say he wasted years of my life. No, I wasted my own years of my life. He didn't hold a gun in my head. He used to tell me, I'm not making you stay with me. He used to tell me that shit all the time. And I stayed because my self-esteem was that fucking low that I couldn't see that I could leave. And I'm gonna tell you something about a man. He will still try to get you to stay when you try to leave. Okay, but let me tell you something. A person can't make you stay if you really want to go. So he can beg and plead. But see, women, we love attention. We love for a man to beg us to stay, and we love for him to get on his knees and grovel. That doesn't mean anything, because if he's just gonna say he's sorry and do the same shit all over again, or he not gonna change, then what's the point? We want attention too much because we don't love ourselves. You gotta love your fucking self first, ladies. So this is to some of the black women who are bitter. Okay, what are you bitter about? Because you found that some men are cheaters because you got left with some kids? Okay, learn from that mistake. I won't call it a mistake because a child is not a mistake, but learn from that situation and move on. Now, I don't have kids, so people might say, because you don't have kids, you don't understand. Maybe I don't understand completely, but what I do understand, making bad decisions when it comes to men and not taking accountability. And when you don't take accountability, you end up making the same mistakes all over again. So to these women, these so-called, some of these bitter black women, you being bitter is not going to get you what you want. You being bitter is going to repel the good men away from you. Okay? That's what the fuck is going to do. You being bitter, I understand you mad. Don't get me wrong. I understand that you're mad, but that's not going to solve the problem. The problem is that deep down you want a man. You're bitter because you ran into bad men and you wanted a man to be in your life, pay the bills, be a father, be a husband. Am I correct? That's what you wanted. Since you didn't get that, now you mad at me. But what if a man that had those qualities presented himself to you? And like my boyfriend said, he said, he thought about, if he was single, back on the market. He said he don't want no bitter black woman with 3 fucking kids with a stank ass attitude. He said because a man, when he sees a woman with 3 kids, that's already a lot of responsibility. And then you have a fucking attitude. And see, she could have an attitude because she do have 3 kids, and then the men just look at her as sex and say, well, I don't want to be part of that. Well, you decide to have 3 kids. No one said your kids was a mistake. She could have been married, could have got a divorce, and then, she could have been married, had the kids and then got a divorce. But I still don't understand why she would be that bitter and hate men. Even if that one man wasn't shit, it's like you're going to let one man ruin you and make you hate all men when you are still a heterosexual woman and want a man? Okay, I'm gonna say this to some so-called bitter black women, because all black women are not bitter, but I made this title because people always look at black women as bitter, and I can go through reasons why some black women are bitter. I dealt with being bitter. Being a black woman is fucking hard. Okay, you grew up. Some of us grew up in poverty with men who don't respect us. We have to work just as hard as these men to pay these bills. Sometimes we run into men who are losers, who don't want to provide or protect. Already we're discriminated against as a group of people. I mean, it's fucking hard as a woman. Okay, so we got the fact that we're black, so we discriminate against sometimes just being black. And then a woman, some men are very misogynist, and growing up in poverty and having to be aggressive makes us a little bit more, not masculine, but some of us are a little bit more tougher and harder than other races of women, because we had to. If you grew up in the hood, like I had a man put out his dick on me. I had a guy offer me $100 to watch him jag off. I've had men approach me and be very disrespectful. My mom had an abusive boyfriend. My mom had a guy almost try to rob her. My grandmother's been robbed by a man. When you are a woman and you don't have protection, and the people that's supposed to protect you, which are the men of the community, are preying upon you and they're predators upon you and mistreating you. I've been cussed out by men, called bitches, and just disrespected. It does make you kind of hate men, and I've had to work through that, and I've had to say, look, as a black woman, I might be a little disadvantaged here. So what I have learned is that I need to be positive and feminine. Okay, keep myself in shape, positive and feminine. Men like feminine women. Okay, they want to be with a masculine, hard leg motherfucker. They'll be with a man. They want to be with a woman. Okay, so and also women. It's okay to be feminine, black women, but it's the thing. I know a lot of us are a little bit more tougher and harder because a lot of us left with, we're single moms. I know, okay, I don't have no kids, but I'm just saying a lot of black women are single moms. But I want to say, what part did you play in that? Like, you can get mad at the men all you want to, but look, this is why I tell women to wait until you get married to have kids. Wait at least 2 years into the marriage until you have a kid. Also, always use condoms, and hopefully you're on birth control too. Why do I say this? I'm gonna tell you why I don't always mention a man, because we know a lot of these dudes ain't shit. But this is the thing: if he walks out on you, you're the one that's gonna be left raising that kid by yourself. So I would think that you would take as much precautions as you can to not be a victim of these motherfuckers. Okay? I'm gonna say this again. You're gonna be the one left holding the bag. So let me tell you, that's why I've always used condoms, because I know in the end, if this motherfucker decide, if my boyfriend right now, if I got pregnant, he decide to walk the fuck out and say, I don't want a baby, fuck you, and not be a good father, I'm gonna be left holding the baby. So we always use condoms. I don't know what it even feels like to have sex without a condom. I use condoms all the time. Okay, I think I only went without using a condom twice. And I was on birth control, and that was a very stupid thing I did, and luckily I did not get pregnant, but that was very stupid of me. See, I've done some stupid shit too. I had sex maybe 2 times without a condom, and I didn't end up pregnant, but I could have, and that would have been on my dumb ass, and I would have took full accountability. But luckily I snapped out of it quick enough, and I started using condoms. I've never been pregnant, never. So I never had abortion or nothing. I've never been pregnant. And I went to the doctor. I can have kids. Nothing's wrong with my uterus. I just use condoms, guys. And I'm with a man who also he has 1 child. He doesn't want any more kids right now. So you need to sleep with men too, ladies, that are like-minded. So if a man doesn't want any more kids right now, and you don't want none right now, he's going to be really cautious. He's going to always use a condom. Like my boyfriend, he automatically reaches for the condom. It doesn't even cross his mind to have sex without a condom. At least not with me. Now, I don't know what he's doing now with me. Hopefully he's being faithful. But when he lays down with me, when he lays down with me, we use condoms. But I just want to say, ladies, I'm not here to bash you. All I'm saying is that if he walks out on you, you're going to be the one left holding the bag. You're going to be the one left with the child. That's not excusing what he's doing, denying his child, walking out on you, not going to doctor's appointments, not doing shit. That's not excusing any of that shit. I'm just saying, you're going to be the one left holding the bag. So you need to protect yourself from these motherfuckers, okay? And take accountability. Once you take accountability for your part, and let me tell you something. I'm going to say this real quick, and this video is kind of long. I hope you stuck around this long. What would help you stop being as bitter and hating men is if you take accountability for your part. Once you take accountability for your part, you can understand why you allow certain things to happen, or why you keep gravitating losers, or why you keep letting men misuse you, and why you keep being a victim. So I understood by me shacking up that for me, I have a couple people in my life have died. My mother died. My grandmother died. My mother died when I was 16, and my grandmother died when I was 14. So, and I'm not close to any of my aunties, and so I don't have a lot of female influence in my life, and I'm not really close to my family like that. Okay. So I had a lot of deaths in my family, and I think what that caused was me, not wanting to be alone, me holding on to a guy because I knew he loved me, or I thought he loved me, so I felt, oh, he loved me, and I didn't want to be alone, and I really thought I couldn't find nobody better that would love me the way he did. I swear. And when I accepted that, and I even went to a psych and asked her, why did I accept this shit? She said, because you've had a lot of loss in your life, and he represents family, something that you don't feel you don't have a family to you, and so he's like your family. You see what I'm saying? So that helped me stop being bitter at men and bitter at him, and turn on me so I could heal. Okay, ladies, a lot of times you go through fucked up shit in your life so that you can turn on yourself to heal, not to beat up on yourself, but to find out, why did I accept this behavior from this motherfucker? It's because it's something wrong with me too. It's something definitely wrong with this motherfucker, that he could walk on his shower and sleep with all these women and beat on women and be a piece of shit. Don't get it twisted. But however, you gotta not focus on him, because if you focus on yourself and heal yourself, then you can gravitate a good guy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But if you keep focusing on these ain't shit men, those are the only men that's gonna approach you. And deep down you still want a man to step into the role, because the fact that you haven't had a man that was gonna be a provider, be your protector, be loving, caring, a good father and husband, that's why you're angry at men. Am I correct? You're angry at men because you did not find a good one, and you did not find a good one to have a child with. Okay, that's why you mad. So if you found a good one, you probably be okay, but you ain't gonna find a good one till you heal yourself first. You cannot hate men and want a man. Ladies, you're not going to be able to find a good man and hate men, because good men run from you. Like my boyfriend said, he said, I would never want to be with somebody like that, who's bitter, angry, and got fucking 3 kids. And he's like, even without the 3 kids, she's this bitter ass woman. You know what I'm saying? He said, that's a turn off. He said, no man wants that. Okay, ladies? So if you a so-called bitter black woman, it's no need to be bitter anymore. Figure out why you accepted the shit you did from that man or from those men, and then heal that. It's not about him no more. You're focusing on the wrong shit. He ain't shit. Let him go find another ain't shit woman going by his fucking business. You got to figure out why you accepted that shit. Okay? And then heal yourself, and then you can gravitate the man that's meant for you. Bye. Oh, I wanted to also say, I actually cut off the video. I want to say that the first thing is that when I say black women, let's please be positive and feminine. I think a lot of us are feminine, or have been feminine, or very feminine in a relationship, but we have been feminine to the wrong man. So I want to caution, be delicate like a flower, but be that to a good guy. See, we have a habit of being too feminine to the wrong guy. It's great to be too feminine, because men love very, very feminine women. Men of all races love very, very feminine women, and that's what you want to be. But we need to make sure we're being that to a good man, because if you're really feminine to a piece of shit, he's gonna mistreat you, as we all know. That's probably why some black women are more aggressive, because they have been feminine, or tried to be feminine like a woman should be, and they had to take the role of the man, or they had to be aggressive to protect themselves in the hood or a bad environment. So ladies, be positive and feminine to the right man, to a positive man, to a loving, caring man. Also, I want to say real quickly that when I said wait around into marriage, wait till these men are ready for marriage, and I also said that a lot of black men don't want to be married, I'm not saying, I want to make a correction, that you need to wait for a black man. Repeat this again, you do not have to wait for a black man. Okay, I'm for interracial dating. I'm for dating in your race and dating outside your race. I want you to be with a good man. It does not matter his race. I'm not saying white men are I'm not saying white men or Asian men or Hispanic men are better. I'm not saying black men are better. I'm not saying nobody's better. I'm saying a good man is better than a bad man. So if he comes in a different shade, then you didn't go for it. So when I was saying, wait till you get married, and 2 years into that marriage, then consider having a child. And I was saying, you know, if you have a kid out of wedlock, that was your problem. That's your fault, because you should have waited till you got married. And I know a lot of these men don't want to, a lot of these black men don't want to be married. So just wait till you find one that wants to be married. I know that's screwed up. So what I'm saying is explore your options. If a lot of these black men don't want to be married, then like I said, find a man that does want to be married. So you're going to have to possibly date interracially, or, you know, just stick with black men, wait till you find one that wants to be married, or date interracially. It's all about finding a good man and treat you with respect. Okay? Thanks.